So much for watching and welcome back to my channel. So as you can probably tell by the title, today's video is going to have everything to do with eyebrows. I know. It's amazing. Give them up for the eyebrows. Eyebrows are so important in 2016. There is no reason why anyone should be walking around with bad brows. My eyebrows are kind of sparse. I used to have thick eyebrows when I was little, but then I just overplucked them so much that they really are not as thick as I would like them anymore. So I do have to fill them in order for them to be nice and voluptuous and full like we like our brows nowadays. There's really not just one way that I do them. I actually use a couple of different methods depending on where I'm going that day or what I'm doing or what the occasion is. The reason why I have one eyebrow on fleek and the other eyebrow on meek, I'm going to actually show you guys 3 different ways that you can get a perfectly arched brow. So if you're interested in learning, stay tuned. Alright guys, so the first thing that you want to do is just really make sure that all of your eyebrow hairs are going in the same direction. This is going to definitely help to make your eyebrow look a little bit more, smooth, I guess. This is just a dollar pencil that I picked up from Walgreens. You can use any pencil you have. A pencil that is specifically for brows might be a little bit better, but this is what I had on hand. And just start by using seriously light and short strokes. And I always start by outlining the bottom of my eyebrow and then going back in and filling in those areas that are a little bit sparse. And you always want to remember to make sure that you use a light short stroke. I cannot stress that enough. You don't want like long, harsh, drawn out lines because then your eyebrows are going to look drawn on and not as natural as they would. And in the front, I just like to go upward. And here's a little spoolie brush. Just going to go ahead and brush those hairs out to kind of distribute or diffuse the pencil a little bit and also to make those brow hairs become more prominent. Next, you're going to go in with concealer and just clean those brows up. I always use a concealer that's about 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone for the bottom, and usually my foundation shade on the top, but for recording purposes, I just used what I had available at the moment. But you get the idea. Just go ahead and whip those babies into shape. And remember to blend out that concealer. There's the struggle brow. Here I'm just using any kind of brown eyeshadow as long as it's not shimmery. And same thing, just get a little bit of the powder on the angled brush and start filling in the brows using short light strokes. And this is definitely going to help to mimic the natural eyebrow hair. So when you're doing the front, you definitely want to go in more of an upward motion, and then when you're doing the length of the brow, focus on going a diagonal motion. And you guys, powder is definitely buildable. And while you're doing your brows, you always want to make sure you're going back in with your little spoolie and brushing those hairs up. Again, that's really what gives it like that natural look. And then we're going to go in again with concealer and just clean up those edges and hide any of those stray hairs. If you guys are like me and you don't like to get your eyebrows waxed and you don't like to tweeze them, because I've had bad experiences, I just rather use concealer and keep the little bit of eyebrows that I do have on my face. You always want to make sure that you're a little bit more light-handed in the front of your eyebrow, because you do not want your eyebrows to come out too box looking and harsh in the front. Natural eyebrows definitely taper and kind of fade as they get to the middle of our faces, so you definitely want to kind of mimic that, just with spacious strokes in the front. And there you go. Now, this way is my absolute favorite way to do my eyebrows. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that brow pomade on my flat angled brush. And again, same technique, short, light-handed strokes, a little bit more sparse towards the front of the brow and a little bit heavier towards the end and the tail end of the brow. Now, if you guys are thinking about the Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow and you're debating on whether you should get it or not, I definitely vote for get it. This has been one of my favorite products ever that I've ever purchased. And literally one little container lasts me so long, it's definitely worth it. And look how good your brows come out. Again, go ahead and take that spoolie and just make sure you're brushing those eyebrows out to create the appearance of real hair. And last but not least, clean it up with concealer. And make sure you are blending the concealer. Great thing about concealer too is that it always cleans up any mistakes. So even if you like messed up on your eyebrow, you don't have to wipe the whole eyebrow off and do it all over again. You can just kind of conceal. I love concealer. I'm just going to blend those lines out with my fingers and then go back in and do the front. And there you guys have it, 3 super easy ways that you can do your eyebrows. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.